Welcome to this stunning new construction home in Houston's prestigious Galleria neighborhood. With over 5,500 square feet of modern elegance, this 5-bedroom, 5.5-bath masterpiece is packed with luxury. This is truly the perfect home for entertaining. Think 2 gourmet kitchens, a designer wine cellar, heated pool and spa, and even wiring for EV chargers. Without any further ado, let's get this tour started. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. I am super excited for today's tour. It is the first home that we have shot in the Galleria area. Folks, we are literally half a mile away from some of the finest shopping and restaurants in the entire country. Come on inside. This home is so unique. We've never featured a home that has this type of a layout. Some of the most exciting finishes we've seen, but let's start here with the entryway. For starters, you have a steel and glass pivot door, and you know how much, if you watch this channel, I absolutely love these pivot doors. But take a look at what surrounds the pivot door. You have this fluted wood with the white paint going up here around the door. It really makes everything pop. Now, these are also 12-foot high ceilings, 8-foot high door frames. You have nice down lighting. And you're gonna see linear vents throughout this house that keeps a nice modern feel. Also, I wanna point out this wall right here, which is to the left when you come in the entryway. Most homes we've gone in start off, which is a flat wall, which is great, but this has a nice design element to it. Now, immediately off the entry to the right, you're gonna have what they're featuring as a study. But this is technically, folks, can be used as a 5th bedroom. Now, you do have French door entry coming inside, but I love rooms where they've painted them all black. And of course, you also had to use the black rocker switches for the lights. Take a look at the beautiful light fixture up at top. So once again, they've set this up as an office, but take a look at this. This is a really unique feature. So here you have a hidden door that leads to a closet, and it almost looks like a pantry. And take a look at the window in there. And this is why I say this could double as a bedroom. Now, directly connected, you have your bathroom, and this is absolutely gorgeous. They also went with the black paint in here. I love the choice of light fixtures, particularly this star light fixture at the top. Beautiful countertops, cabinetry, brass hardware. But Morgan, step back inside because look at this shower. This is absolutely beautiful. The tile that they chose in here, it's a marble tile with the brown and the white. The contrast in here just flows so nicely. All right, now, this home, if you're into entertaining, as I mentioned earlier, it's set up perfectly for that. Now, this bathroom is positioned well because if you are entertaining outside, this could be the pool bathroom. And we're gonna go outside later and show you the pool. So we'll come back to that. But what I love about the backyard is that it's really as little maintenance as possible because the pool basically takes up the entire backyard. All right, Morgan, take a look at the beautiful tile as we walk through here. This is nice. Over here, leading up to the 2nd floor, you have a nice wood staircase going up. You have your metal banister with the cable system here, keeping everything nice and open. And you also have understair lighting there. Really nicely done. Now, before we get further into the showstopper, let's make our way here to the left. And folks, this is your mudroom, which you can see is a very nice size. A lot of hooks here, some cabinet space below for storage. And here's your garage. It is a 2-car garage. Now, keep in mind, they're still working on this home, so you're gonna see a little bit of chaos in the garage right now. But what I do want to point out is you probably noticed when we walked in, the light came on, so there's sensors in here. The height of this garage should allow for a car lift, so if you do need to get 4 cars in here, you can do that. I will also point out here that you have not 1, but 2 EV outlets. So if you have electric vehicles, it's set up for that as well. In addition, you have a tankless water heater here. So really nicely done. All right, Morgan, let's go back inside. Now, I mentioned this house has a very unique layout, but before we get there, let's look at this powder room. Morgan, I'm gonna let you go inside, but once again, they chose to use black paint, and that going along with the brown cabinetry makes everything pop. You have a black countertop, black toilet as well. This is really nice. What do you think of this, Morgan?
I love it. I love the use of the black paint. We're seeing a lot more of that in these homes, and I think I don't know, it's just it's a cool pop of, I don't want to call it a color because it's not a color.
Right.
I just like the use of the darker tones in the houses.
I do too, yeah, because we see white so often, and it's just something different, when people come to your house, if you own this house, they're gonna notice that right out the gate when they come in. Wow, really nice design. So here along the entry hallway, you see you have a generous use of windows that look out over the backyard. You have 2 sliding doors here. So let me open that up. Morgan, while we're here, why don't we go outside and show the pool? All right, watch your step here. So as I mentioned, this is such a low maintenance backyard because of the pool. You have AstroTurf wrapping all the way around. And while we're here, I want to point out the color scheme that they chose on the outside of the home. You have the black window frames, you have the gray wood, and then you also have the white going up. A lot of nice contrast, but with 3 colors instead of 2. Beautiful pool. It gets deeper on this end. You have what appears to be kind of like a bamboo type plants along here. And at nighttime, there's some uplighting here. And this home is controlled with a system that can control all the lights, change the light colors and everything. So it's a highly automated home. The pool incorporates a hot tub, jacuzzi, right here. And then you have your barbecue area as well. So just adequate. For those of you who don't want to have to worry about the lawn man coming or cutting a lot of grass, this is absolutely perfect. So here's your barbecue, your outdoor sink, and there's also a counter here. When we go inside, there's a pass-through window here, so if you're entertaining, you can use this as your bar area. All right, let's head back inside. All right, folks, so definitely leave us a message in the comments. What do you think of this kitchen? I'm about to share it with you. You have a really expansive island. I believe this is a quartzite countertop, seating for 4 here at the bar, beautiful light fixtures, and take a look at the cabinets. Really nicely done. These are all on soft close, by the way. And I love the fact that they took the cabinets almost up to the ceiling, but a lot of builders, even if they're not going all the way to the ceiling, they will have just the regular wall color paint going around. So here, they kept the same wood front going all the way to the ceiling. So this is beautifully done. Morgan, I absolutely love this kitchen.
I do too. I love the use of the different textures in this kitchen too. I think it's really, really pretty.
Right, and it is so open. I mean, like I mentioned, this house is perfect for entertaining. So you're standing in the kitchen, you can see people coming in from the front door, you can see people coming down the stairs, you can see into the living area, which we're gonna get to in a second. But let's talk about the appliance package here. So these are Thermador appliances. Take a look at the beautiful backsplash here. You have the down lighting from the vent hood, 6 burner range. The pot filler, an absolute must in every home. And also, I love the fact that you have these floating shelves with the downlighting here. That is a really nice touch. You don't always have to have cabinets that open and close. Just having this for presentation and aesthetics is really nice. They continue with the black theme here on the vented hood going all the way up to continue with the contrast. Nice quartz countertops here. And then look at the two-tone of the kitchen. So you have black on this side, you have the wood on this side, you have a very large garbage pullout here, and here is your dishwasher, Thermador by the way, and let's talk about the little things. You have a spice cabinet pullout on either side of this beautiful range. In addition to that, you have another pull out here, which you can use for your soaps, sponges, things of that nature. Morgan, you got to give me some more in this kitchen. I mean, this is, I mean, I really like this.
I do too. I love this layout altogether. It's really, really beautiful.
Right. Now, before we go any further, I do want to give a huge thank you to Olga Garza of Nan & Co. Properties for allowing this tour to take place. She is the listing agent, and you will be able to find her information in the description below. So thank you, Olga, for allowing us to shoot this beautiful home. Now let's look at this here. Folks are probably saying, where's the refrigerator? Well, folks, they did a built-in right here. And this is a Fisher and Paykel refrigerator. Nicely done. So you have a double door for the refrigerator, soft close on that, and you have your freezer drawer on the bottom. Really nice, and push-in cabinets to open up the doors. And that's on both sides, and then you can see you have cabinet space at the top as well.
There's really a lot of cabinet space in this kitchen too. I mean, the drawers, the push-ins, like everything is really seamless too. It's almost like you can't even tell that they're cabinets because it's so seamless.
Right, it's a very sleek, contemporary, modern house.
Yes.
I mean, if you like modern, this is it. Now, what we've been featuring on the channel and seeing in a lot of new homes being built, not only do you have your kitchen that is visible to everybody, but you also have a second kitchen, which is also doubling as your pantry. So Morgan, if you step inside here, you can see this beautiful backsplash tile here. You have a deep basin sink. You have another dishwasher. You have another range and a microwave. So if you are having a party or some type of get-together event, this is the perfect space for your caterer to come and prepare everything so it's not all out in the open. This is really beautifully done, and let's talk about the fact that you can close this off with a pocket door.
On both sides too.
Right. Yeah, this is really nice. Very thoughtful design. All right, now moving along, you have additional cabinetry and drawers here. You have this dry bar counter that literally feeds into your dining area. Now, before we get to the dining area, we have to talk about this fireplace. And beautiful rocks, nice fluted wood going all the way up to the ceiling. I don't think we've seen a fireplace like this on the channel so far.
No, I don't think we have at all. It's actually really large too. Like just the width of it is almost takes up the whole middle area.
It does. It's almost like having a partition.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So it really separates space. We've seen a lot of huge, great rooms, but it's nice to have some separation, but yet maintain the openness of the floor plan. Now, I do want to point out also here is the tile that they used around here was the same thing that is in the second gourmet kitchen. Now step inside here, Morgan. Here's your dining area. You can see they're showing seating for 6, but this is clearly a table large enough for 8. Long picture window going here in more fluted wood paneling. I really like the fact that they didn't just go with plain walls here.
Same.
And you mentioned a lot of textures and things. It gives you a different look, but with all the different materials they use, everything blends really cohesively. The same wall that we saw coming in the entryway is featured throughout this dining area going all the way up to the ceiling. And you can see more linear vents for air conditioning and for heat. Another window here. And this wall goes all the way down, leading into just really a nice, beautiful, almost minimalist, but not quite. It has kind of a Scandinavian feel because of the use of the leather chairs, the leather coffee table, and then the wood, which looks like teak. Nice, long sofa here. This is beautifully done.
Beautifully done. And normally, where that fireplace is, I would say normally people might do the wine cellar there.
Right.
So.
But this designer, this architect took it to another level. So let's look at this wall here where you have your flat screen TV. I love this built-in. Once again, continuing with the theme of the black with the wood. That really makes everything pop. Ample shelving here to put any type of vases or collectibles that you may have. Really nicely done. Take a look at the bar area. Morgan, look at these pendant lights.
Those are cool.
So they give you a pop of color, but the gold on them really blends well with the wood here. Nice countertop, more leather stools. And you can step inside here. Now this is interesting. If you step all the way in, look at the cabinet space here, like built-in shelving. Once again, perfect for entertaining. You have another dishwasher, floating shelves with the lighting underneath, the same porcelain, it might be marble tile, I'm not sure, is here as well. And here in this area, the vents they did with black trim around them instead of the white to really bounce off of the black tile that goes all the way to the ceiling. And take a look at this, Morgan. You have a wine refrigerator here as well. And then, guess what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And when we're finished with this tour, it's gonna be 5 o'clock. We're going somewhere. But anyway, this is your pass-through window. So if you're entertaining outside and have guests, you have your bartender in here, you can open this window up and pass drinks through. People don't have to walk around. This is just such a cool design.
Definitely. I would say that's probably my favorite feature of this downstairs is just having this window that opens up into the backyard. You can even post up some bar stools right there. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
And to be this close to the Galleria, come on.
Yeah.
Over 5,000 square feet. Now, folks, you also have another sliding door. So you can not only open these up, but you can open the ones that we passed through earlier and just really bring the outside in and the inside out. What a beautiful flow. So before we take you up to the second floor to show you the rest of this home, I would be totally remiss to not show you the wine room because we have never seen one quite like this. So you have a glass front here, glass door. I love the hardware that they chose, but Morgan, I'll let you step inside. I don't know how many bottles this holds, but folks, this is super cool. You use the same, and in fact, the other thing, it is temperature control. You have your AC unit here at the top. This is really nicely done. So for wine lovers, wine connoisseurs, people who love to entertain, I don't know if we've seen a house that is set up quite like this as far as it being perfect for entertaining. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
This is really nicely done. Folks, I don't think this home is gonna stay on the market that long, and being this close to the Galleria at this price point and this square footage, this is an exceptional value.
Guys, Morgan here. So we just showed you a spectacular first floor. Now we're going to show you an equally spectacular second floor. Let's start with this hanging light fixture as we made our way upstairs. I love the use of the black throughout this home. We have black sconces, and then I love how the hanging light fixture matches with the black banister and the cables. I think it's so beautiful.
I really like it too. I mean, I don't know, we don't see a lot of homes that have this pop of black everywhere, but it's just kind of refreshing to see it because a lot of these homes, especially spec type builds,
you see a lot of neutral tones, which, you know, is nice, but it is nice to see something different for a change of.
Absolutely.
So here on the second floor, we have a great entertaining space. This could also double as a game room, media room, but the focal point really is this awesome wet bar here. And I love the use of the different materials here. You have your sink here, you have a dishwasher. The floating shelves are a really nice touch. I love the use of the wood. And then we also, behind them, is the fluted panel walls.
I mean, the fluted panel wall is, you know, I believe on the very first home we shot for the channel, that's when we were kind of introduced to the fluted wood walls.
Yes, we stumbled over that word a couple of times.
Right.
But here you could even mount a TV. I love the marble backsplash. It's really, really beautiful. So this is definitely the focal point here. But behind you, if you want to just pan around, we have like 13 to 15 windows here that just bring in so much natural light onto the second floor. It's really beautiful. Some of them even open so you can get that fresh air in here.
That is, you know, I don't think I've ever seen a layout for windows quite like this.
Yes, I mean, it literally takes up the whole wall. And then just above us too, we do have a wood ceiling. So that's another nice design feature that they included. Similar to what we've seen downstairs, they brought those same features up here.
Right, that's nicely done.
Yes. So on the second floor, we actually have 4 bedrooms on top. So we have 3 secondary bedrooms, and then we'll hit the primary last. So let's just take a peek into these secondary bedrooms really quickly. Before we make our way to the primary bedroom, which we're so excited to show you, we do want to just point out this really cool feature on the second floor, and you have a outside terrace that overlooks the pool. Now, the moment that I've been waiting to show you guys is the primary bed and bath. There is double door entry, a coat closet here, which we don't really see that too often. But look at the size of this primary bedroom. I'd say it's really spacious. You have a king size bed here in the middle, tray ceiling at the top, plenty of windows allowing for a lot of natural light. And these ones on the left here, these overlook the pool. So you get a nice great view of your backyard, but then on the opposite side, you have a nice great view of your tree-lined street. Now, here we have a partition wall, and I love the fluted panel detail that they did on the wall here. But behind this way, if you just come around here, this is a nice, great space. It's tucked away. Maybe you make this a workout area. You can even make it a mini office, or maybe you hang up a flat screen TV and make this a second little hangout spot for yourself or even your partner. I love the use of the windows in that space as well.
Yeah, this is nicely done. That partition wall. This is a really large bedroom, Morgan, and it would almost feel like it was too large, if there's such a thing for a bedroom. If that headboard went against the back wall, you'd have so much open space here.
Exactly, and I think just that use is really nicely tucked away. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can easily, like you said, you can put a Peloton bike back there. You can put a treadmill. You can make it a little study area. You could put some yoga mats back there. You could put a couple of chairs and a love seat and a TV. I mean, it's a really well thought out design for this bedroom.
Absolutely, it is. So the primary bathroom.
Oh my God.
It's beautiful. I think this, I've had many favorites of this home, but this by far is my favorite. So continuing on, we have double door entry as well. You flow into the bathroom. Vanities on both sides, backlit mirrors, LED lighting fixtures similar to what we just saw in the secondary bedrooms, quartzite countertops. But of course the focal point here is this amazing car wash shower, separate soaking tub, chandelier hanging down. This is awesome.
This is sick.
Yes.
Like, you know what?
This is so beautiful.
First time we've seen a car wash shower without the glass wall. It's just completely open.
Yes, but look at the marbling. The tile surround is impeccable.
It's really nice. This is the first time we've seen this color of marble. It's exceptional.
It is, and I love how it just blends in so nicely with the fluted panel ceiling that you have, and this is huge.
Yeah. And you know what? Let's talk about this soaking tub.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, it's
You could fit like 3 people
in a soaking tub.
Yeah, it's really long and it's spacious. It's deep as well. So
Right. And the shape of it, because we go in a lot of times, you see them, they're kind of oval. I love the rectangular shape of this, and the surrounding around the top of it, it's kind of wide.
it is wide and it's rounded a little bit.
Right. So it looks stately, like it's substantial.
Oh yeah, this by far is probably the best tub and shower that we've seen on the channel so far, I would say.
Yeah.
Now, the car wash shower, we have dual entry, dual rain heads, jets on both sides, handhelds on both sides, but then in the middle, we also have another handle. Now, why would we need this? I don't know, but I think it's awesome.
Listen,
So, I'm not mad at it.
I don't know what's going on in this shower, but everybody's got some spray. There's spray for 3 people.
Yes, you have a really nice elongated bench, 2 shower ducts here, and then on this side you have another really long shower nook, but this one is lit up. So
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen the use of lighting like that inside of a shower niche. We have seen a couple of homes that had lighting coming from the top of the ceiling, but within the niche itself, that's pretty cool. I can only imagine what this looks like at nighttime.
yeah, me too. I'm sure it's really fun.
Yeah, but I mean, enough jets. I mean, how many jets do you need? I mean, how much of your body do you need to get clean? But it's so cool. I mean, it's really cool. Even the flooring in here is nice. The long benches you mentioned.
And then this window here is a really nice touch as well. So-
Right.
And nobody can see you.
Right, because there's a brick, I don't know if that's the garage or part of another house on the side of you, but right, you don't have to worry about frosting the windows or anything in here, except for the front.
Yes, there is a nice
Except for the
large
front.
picture window that faces out onto the street.
Yeah, you don't want to
Of
get...
course, you can always get some curtains or something, but I love that this window is here. It brings in a lot of natural light.
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we make our way to the closet, this is your water closet.
Oh, we must show the water closet, huh?
Yes. And then this, to me, is a really beautiful presentation of a closet. Typically, we see white closets or maybe like an off-white, but this, they took that same wood, similar to what we've seen throughout the whole house, and they did it throughout the entire closet. So it's gorgeous.
As I mentioned earlier, this home with this color, it's like a teak colored wood. I don't know if the wood itself is teak, but that's the coloring. And it really has a Scandinavian feel to it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is not, and guess what, Morgan? It's not even a guess. They literally took the closet all the way to the ceiling.
Yes, all the way to the ceiling. You have custom drawers, custom shelving, glass top drawers as well. So if you want to showcase your jewelry or your watches, your necklaces, this is a great space to do it. I love the use of the chandeliers, and you have two on one side of the room.
Well, you know the thing that's cool about this as well is not only do you have these light fixtures hanging down, but you also have the LED lights in the ceiling. And a lot of times I've seen builders and developers miss by not having adequate lighting inside of a primary closet.
Right.
Now, I will also point out, folks, you're probably wondering, I don't see any rods hanging up. Well, like I said, this is a new build, and there are accessories here. They just have not installed them yet, so it's coming.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
Yes.
Really love the design of this closet.
And I love the use of the mirrors. So we have one mirror here. On the opposite side, you have another mirror. But then here, you have a full-length mirror.
Wow.
That doubles as a hidden door.
And you know what's cool about that? The side of the main mirror is angled, so it really makes you feel like you're at the
you're like
you're at a tailor, like you're getting fitted for some clothing.
Yes.
Yeah, you do your thing right for that mirror, make sure everything looks good.
Yes, so really nice. And you would just push this in here, and it actually leads you into your laundry room.
Oh,
so
wow.
You don't have to go downstairs. It's just right here, super convenient. They did some custom shelving. You have a sink in here as well with cabinetry. Really nicely done.
Yeah, this is really well thought out. And I can't express to you how convenient it is to be able to have the laundry room literally right next to your closet.
Exactly, and then you would have your another entry here, so the secondary bedroom has access to this laundry room as well.
Oh, wow.
Secondary
Okay.
bedrooms and your game room.
Very nice. That wraps up the latest episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. You have just toured with us a beautiful home located here in the Galleria, near upscale dining and incredible shopping. I want to give a huge thank you to Olga Garza of Nan & Co. Properties for allowing this tour to take place. She is the listing agent, and her information will be found below in the description, along with mine and my daughter Morgan's. Please definitely let us know what you thought about this house. What was your favorite feature? Hit that like button, hit the bell, and definitely subscribe to Inside Houston Real Estate so we can continue bringing you videos like this each and every single week. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.